Okay, let's move on. Cindy?
Cindy was quite a
Cindy.
little girl.
She was Cindy.
She was Cindy, and she was a little girl. I didn't notice it when she was a baby, an infant, but when she got a little bit bigger, she had temper tantrums.
Oh boy.
And she didn't get what she wanted, and she would lay on that floor. We have
She would
several
kick.
pictures of it, her kicking and screaming, because she wanted something other than what we wanted her to do. And I think she probably is a lot the same. What do you think?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, ask Joe. About a Joe. Yeah, I think when we think of Cindy, we have to think of all the times, not just when she was young, when she started with this disease that she has, but all the times from that time on. Her whole lifetime has been one of pain and suffering. And I don't think any of us really know or understand how much suffering she goes through. And she has over the years, just time after time after time. And it just makes us love her all the more.
I think she started when she was about 3rd grade.
Yeah, about
And
that.
she'd be at school and her joints and then start hurting her. And she'd be out there on the playground and all the kids would gather around her because she started crying because it hurt so bad, and they would stand around her and trying to make her feel better. And then we had to get a hospital bed at one time. They had her diagnosed with
Rheumatoid arthritis.
yeah, no, something else besides that first. That you, it's right there. The name of it. They had to be in bed rest. And I'll think of it. So she was, we put her
Rheumatic
in,
fever.
yeah, yep.
Rheumatic fever.
We had her in a hospital bed in front of the picture window there on Linfoot.
And she would lay in that bed and she'd watch all the kids out there playing, and poor little Cindy laying in there and
Never made a fuss about it.
never.
I remember the time I cut her hair, and I got it a little too short because when I was cutting her bangs, she was looking up like this. So when we got done cutting the bangs, the hair was up here. And I felt so bad about it. She just, Mom, it'll grow.
And the time when she was in the hospital, you know, way up there at Ann Arbor, all alone. Mom and I went up there every day. I don't think we missed a day, did we?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. But she's in there in a ward with other kids, and they had little Tommy in there that he had one of his legs taken off. He was probably maybe 5 or 6 years old, and he'd take his crutch, and one of the other kids there, the two of them would play volleyball or tennis over the curtain with his crutches and a balloon. And they'd hit that thing back and forth over that thing.
He was more Cindy's age though.
No, he was very young. And he would get, the nurses would get so irritated with him because they didn't want him to fall and hurt himself from where they had amputated his leg. That he was a ball. You almost wonder where a kid like that is today, you know, whether they was able to rescind it. And then she had a girl that was a close friend too, that she went through all kinds of hell also. I mean, all them kids up there were going through times like you'd think, right now it's St. Jude, you know, and there were kids that bad up there. What was that girl, Debbie, was it?
Don't ask me. I have trouble.
She was about a year or two older than Cindy, but she had rheumatoid arthritis or rheumatic fever, one of the two. And, oh, she was very, very thin and nice girl and all, and Cindy and her got along wonderful together. But I doubt if Cindy even remembers her.
Oh, I bet she does.
You think so?
Yeah. You know, and it wasn't just the hospital up there, because she spent
Oh, yeah.
weeks at Flower Hospital
Yeah.
there in the rheumatology ward, and
That
just
big part.
trying to diagnose really what she had. I mean, it took years before they came up with the lupus.
And they didn't come up with it at Ann Arbor either. They had, when the doctor back here that she started going to, the way that all came about is Mom and I was getting a little bit befuddled because we're spending all this time running up there and they didn't seem to be doing nothing. I mean, the worst part was that every day they'd have 2 or 3 interns come in and look at her. But this Dr. Sullivan, who was her doctor, right, lady doctor, just, if she come in once a week, it was
They were used more of a
Guinea pigs.
teaching thing, you know.
And so we decided we asked Dr. Vogel about it, and he agreed that we take her to where she still goes there today. Dr. Finkel, he died, but his staff and everything is still there, and that's where she still goes. And we had all the medical records sent from Ann Arbor to Finkel, there in Toledo. And in going through all the records, he pointed out to us, he says, there's one place here that is scribbled in the outline on that page of reports where it said possible lupus. And so then up here, they started testing more for lupus than anything else. And that's what it ended up turning out to be. It was lupus. So they had found it down there, but they hadn't diagnosed it yet. And the ones here are the ones that actually ended up finding it.
It took years to get the right
Oh, yeah,
diagnosis.
yeah. Okay. Good.
Through all that suffering, that's kind of a general thing, I think, for people that are sick a lot, is they tend to be really giving people, you know, because they get a lot of people that take care of them and visit them and try to make them feel better and so forth. You know, she's the one that continues, she started it and continues our ladies shopping trip, which has been going on for how many years now? Quite a few. And she does magnificent stuff. I mean, it's just every year it's different, it's fun, it's sharing with the brothers and sisters, or the sisters and nieces.
How about the Easter egg hunt?
Yep, the Easter egg hunt for all the grandkids and any of the kids, even her sisters that are a little smaller. I forget what I was gonna say. It probably, I would say probably a lot of it, her being so giving, is that she is not able to have children. And so she puts that love that she would have put into her kids out to the rest of our family and people that she
And out of
knows.
that,
love.
she has a husband that goes right along with her.
Yeah, that's true.
Joe backs her on everything like that. that she wants to do, and a lot of it is spending quite a bit of money. But Joe backs her 100% on it, and you never hear him complain about Cindy wasting money or anything of the sort. So,